Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous female left behind and forward-moving spouse. She has a bomb drop of May 22nd, 2016 and a date of marriage of 1996. She has a high-energy replayer and a clinging boomerang. She says, "My husband seemed to go through all the stages, finally grieving and parting with the alienator in 2021. He moved home after 5 years away in 2021. And I want everyone here that is hoping for your move home to pay attention to what happens and what might happen with a move home. He's been miserable for over a year. It's gotten worse. He seems to have peaked in December 22 with, 'You'd be better off without me.' I'm not happy anywhere. And I would be fine if I died." Statements like that. Anger like a hairpin trigger directed at me. He's now just isolating in work and the spare bedroom, reading and going to sleep at 8 p.m. Is this liminality or withdrawal? And if so, are there any signs that I can look for when he moves into acceptance? It's just been so long. This is depression, and I don't mean a stage. He's depressed. So in his midlife crisis, he said he was a clinging boomerang and a high-energy replayer. After the breakup with the alienator and moving home, he may have moved himself toward a low energy with a clinical over-depression. I can't say that. I'm not a diagnostician. If he is willing, I would get him seen by a medical professional, preferably a psychiatrist. The best sort of therapy you can get is therapy that includes both pharmaceutical and talk therapy, if he's willing to do that. And I'm not talking marriage counseling right now. Not that that's not also a good idea, because I don't want you bringing him home and then doing nothing about it. So a few questions. Is that what you did? Did he just come home? Was there some sort of a transition? Did he call you up and say, "Okay, I want to move home now," and he just hopped from one place straight into the other? Not that that would have changed his depression at this time. You said he came home he moved home in 2021. That has been at least 1 year. And since we're at the beginning of 2023, depending on what point of the year, he's been home 1 to 2 years, and he's depressed. And what did you do when he came home to work through and heal together, to make amends? Any counseling, any therapy? That's an important aspect of healing and rebuilding. But I'm not concerned for your relationship yet. I'm still concerned for him. Right now, he's wallowing. He's depressed. And I think you can see that. I'm not happy anywhere. He's got that hopelessness. I would be fine if I died. I'm saying that this isn't part of the stages. I'm saying this is part of midlife crisis, because midlife crisis is a type of depression. And so we see this. But this is at a point where I would look for professional help. Because I don't just want you sitting there thinking, we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. I just have to do it. It takes this many years, and I'm going to put up with it. It's eating away at you. You have a spouse who is angry at you, who doesn't have control of his emotions, and who feels like you would be better off without him. And at times he's not wrong. He's not right, but he's also not wrong. And where he's not right is if he were to leave you in a permanent way. I would be better if I died. That doesn't solve the problems on your end, does it? And it doesn't provide for any growth and learning for him. You wouldn't be better off if he died. And I mean especially if he took his own life. That's more trauma. It's a coward's way out. He's thinking, well, she could move forward. You could move forward if he left the house. But what does that solve also? That might free you. And when my husband Chuck left, each time he left, oh yeah, it was so freeing. But I didn't want him gone forever. I wanted him fixed. I wanted him to figure it out so that he could come home whole and healthy. And that's what you want. So right now, does he even have the energy and the wherewithal to get fixed on his own out there? I'm not saying you should handle it and do all the work, because that would be enabling. But is he better off? You might be better off without him in the house and be relieved, but that might be the better off for both of you. If you can get him help, that's what I would start with. Because I'm not going to tell you that this is liminality or withdrawal. He seems stuck. And he's not so much stuck in grumpy old codger, a cranky codger. He's stuck in depression. And I want him to get help. And then I want you to do whatever, well, not and then, before that, now, throughout, continuing, I want you to do whatever you need and can to take care of his caregiver. That's you. To take care of yourself and put yourself as a priority. Because you're not going to make it. And I don't mean the you as a couple. I mean you personally, if you don't also take care of yourself. Okay? This is about both of you as individuals. And then, after that, as a couple, you get well, and then you get well together. Get well as two people, then together. Okay? I hope this is helpful. And I'll see everybody in the next question.